Good morning and welcome to all you grandparents who have made time to come to I believe it's our fifth year of a Grandparents' Day celebration combined with our See You at the Pole. It's a national initiative where schools all over our country today have students coming and praying around the flagpole. And here at our school, a Christian school, we're thrilled that we get to do that every day, but especially to pray for our nation. And I think that's very important, especially with what's going on in our country today. We want to pray for our president and for other leaders, for God's wisdom to prevail. And so just really appreciate you making the time to come today and allow your grandchildren to honor you and to express how much they love and appreciate you. And we thank you as well for taking the time. So I just have a handful of things I want to share with you. First, I regret that I'm not able to be there today. I was asked to become a part of an accreditation team visit for a school that's seeking accreditation in the Knoxville, Tennessee area. And because we're going in the process of getting ready to go through that accreditation process, we're in the candidacy stage. I needed that experience of what that experience is going to be like. So I felt like I had to come and be a part of that. But I know that our teachers and other leaders that are working with your students will do a fine job today, but I regret that I wasn't able to be there. You know, for all you students that are watching this video today, my grandparents meant so much to me in my life, and I know your grandparents do as well. My grandfather, I've shared this story in the past, but my grandfather lived right next to me during my growing up years, and he was in many ways like a father figure to me, and I needed that in my life. And he modeled a few things, not by speech, but by example that made a great impact on my life. Number one, he was a man of his word. If he said he was going to do something, unless he was absolutely providentially hindered from it, his word was his bond. It was a man of his word. He was also a man who valued hard work, and he taught me to have a solid work ethic. And then third, he feared God. He wanted to honor and please God, and he taught me in my life. So for you boys and girls, you students, I hope that you are picking up on things that you're learning from your grandparents by their example and by their hard work. And so I just wanted to share those things with you. And then I wanted to share with you about an opportunity that has come upon us as a school. I shared with you back at our Christmas program last December about our 2020 initiative. And one of the first pieces of that initiative is that, as many of you know, Greater Things Baptist Church owns the property that we use in our school. We're actually a ministry of Greater Things Baptist Church. So both the buildings and the property, it's about 6 acres, it's all owned by the church. Well, over this last year, as the church has really tried to evaluate, and we've all tried to evaluate, I serve as the pastor of the church. In full disclosure, most of you know that, but we've been talking about the future and what that should look like for the school. The school has obviously been blessed by the Lord in the sense that we've been here for our 7th year now, and God continues to send us boys and girls, students, families that we can minister to and help and educate and partner with. And so because the church is small and really is trying to determine what its future is, the church has offered to sell the school, the property, both buildings and the property, which appraised about 5 years ago for $2.1 million. They're going to sell it to us for about $275,000, which is, for us, obviously a lot of money, but it's nothing like what the buildings and the property value their value would be. So we feel very fortunate that we have that opportunity, and so we've taken the following steps. We've chartered our business, Greater Things Christian School Incorporated. It's its own business now in the state of Tennessee. We have started the application process for the tax-exempt status of the 501c3 with the IRS. Hope to be able to submit that to the IRS in the next few weeks, and hope to have the tax-exempt portion of this put in place by the end of this school year, the 2019-2020 school year. And so we've been talking to our bank about getting approved for a loan to purchase the property, and it looks very positive. One of the things that we need to do as we come to the table over the next 2 months is to show that we are in a very positive position as a Christian school, a small school. And so one of the things that you could do to help us, and it just so happens that we're able to share this news. This has actually all come together for us as it relates to the bank and getting approval that we can go ahead with the loan in the matter of the last week. And so I'm working on a letter that will go out to all of our families in the next couple of weeks that will detail this in more, it'll be in writing. But we would like to be able to come to the bank with a solid amount of money. We're a small school, and as a result, we are running a business model that's really based on just the income that comes in from tuition, and then those donations that parents give. And there's not a lot of wiggle room in that. It's a tight budget, so we're not putting back a lot of money every month that we can just say that helps us be in the black. So it's really based on our families investing in the school by paying their tuition, and then of course those families that make donations. And so in these next 2 months, if we could come to the bank and say, hey, we've raised $20,000 or $25,000. That puts us in a positive light, whether we use that money as a down payment or partial of down payment, or it just shows that we're in a very good positive position. That would be very helpful to us. And so if you are so inclined and feel called of God, you appreciate what experience you're having here at the school, and you're willing to make a donation, whether it be today or if you want to send it in later this week or the next few weeks as we try to build this for the bank and show that we're in a really positive position, we would be grateful for that. It's all tax deductible. And so if you would be willing to give toward that, we would be just so appreciative of you partnering with us. We feel like this is a great opportunity for the school, not just because we would be able to own the property, but when we consider the future of the school, having the entire other building to bring up to date and use for either a more expanded preschool experience, a middle school, more opportunities for elementary school. We just feel like that the opportunities are there for us if we can get to this position. So I hope that you hear my heart on this, that I know that you're being asked to be giving to all kinds of different things, that other opportunities that you have to give. But if you would help us as a school, you really be helping us in this beginning foundation of the school. In our history, it will be that, we started off as a ministry of a church, but we had the opportunity, and that you are coming alongside and helping us with this. We would be so grateful for that. So one last thing I want to share with you, and by the way, there's some places that I think we have set up there at the school if you'd like to leave a donation to help with that. That money will go to help us get in a really good positive position as we try to get this loan taken care of in the next 6 to 8 weeks, is what our hope is. By Thanksgiving, we're hoping to be finished with that. So we'll give you more updates about that. But the last thing is, I've officially applied with the Guinness Book of World Records, and the date is set for, it hasn't been approved yet by the Guinness Book of World Records, that I will attempt to do the longest speech by preaching the longest sermon, but it's officially going to be the longest speech record attempt on May the 11th of this coming school year. By the end of this school year, May the 11th, it's a Monday, and I will attempt to speak for a little over 100 hours. The current record is 90 hours and 2 minutes, and so you're going to hear about things later this fall and into the spring of us trying to get people to come and be a part of a team to help us coordinate that weekend or that week-long experience. It's a great opportunity for us to raise money for the school. Ultimately, what our goal is to raise enough money to pay the buildings off so that we're not in debt and we can start putting money back, both for an endowment to help our school be financially in the black and have a lot of security, but also to be able to update the other buildings as we need them for other things that will help the school just be in a more solid position. So you want to put that on your calendar and be in prayer for me as I prepare for that and the work that goes along with that. And just know there are just so many components of making sure that this comes off in a successful way. And if you're willing to help us with that in helping spread the word and being a part of our initial team that helps, just know would be grateful for your help. So I hope you grandparents have a great day today. All you students, I hope you give your best effort, and I know you'll be blessed today, grandparents, by being here. And just know that I'm praying for you. I'm thankful for all of you. Please let me know if there's any questions that you have about any of these things, and I'll be glad to talk to you more. And for all you students, I look forward to seeing you either at basketball practice Thursday night. I get back Thursday evening right before basketball practice, or on Monday. God bless you all.